I'm Simon Piff, the Vice President of Trust and Security Research at IDC Asia Pacific. And I'm here to welcome you to a three-part cybersecurity podcast, where we're going to cover the topics of the top cyber challenges of today, the impact of these cybersecurity challenges upon security leadership, and digital transformation, and the importance of trust. Joining me in this series, I am delighted to welcome Mr. Takashi Amano, who is the General Manager, Cybersecurity Center, Toshiba Corporation, and Technology Executive and CISO, Toshiba Digital Solutions Corporation, where he currently leads research and development for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity technology for cyber physical systems. After leading development for hardware, software, and cloud service for consumer devices such as mobile, PC, tablet, and TV. Welcome, Amano-san. I'm also pleased to welcome Kumar Ritesh, the founder and CEO of CYFIRMA. Ritesh joined a national intelligence agency earlier in his career and rose to lead the cyber intelligence and counterterrorism department before his foray into the commercial sector. During his time with the agency, he had the opportunity to lead cybersecurity strategies at geopolitical levels and contributed to national efforts to keep cyberspace safe for all. Today, Ritesh is the founder and CEO of CYFIRMA, a cyber intelligence company with operations in Singapore, Japan, India, and the US. Ritesh founded CYFIRMA in 2017 after a stint with a global mining company as their global head of cybersecurity. For this episode, we're going to look at the role or how the role of cybersecurity leadership is being impacted by the increased focus that the business has on this area. So Amano-san, as a security leader, we hear security leaders across the industry are seeking more budget year after year. Do you think more expenses will lead to better or more effective cybersecurity strategies?
Okay, so increasing budget plays only a part in creating a robust cybersecurity posture, I think. Spending more money will improve security system, but we consider people as the most vulnerable element, and to improve their awareness through security education is the most important piece to enhance our cybersecurity strategies.
No, I think we agree with you there. IDC did some research last year, I think it was. We talked about the leaders in cybersecurity don't necessarily spend the most, but they're enabling the organization to be more security aware. So that's great to hear. Ritesh, I'm curious to hear from your perspective. Do you think throwing lots of money at the problem is the right approach?
Well, I think just looking at the external threat landscape and what is happening out there, Simon, that clearly gives us answer. Constant requests to increase cyber budgets doesn't always equate to successfully preventing cyber attacks. And I've seen actually many organizations not effectively, even if using their existing controls. I read in one of the report there that it's pretty much 38% of cybersecurity capabilities are not even if utilized or not configured properly, which is quite an alarming sort of number there, right? And honestly, the way we have been looking at cybersecurity on its own, it's a race to build a wall of cybersecurity controls without really understanding what we are up against, right? And you need to kind of plan that out properly by understanding your ecosystem and what is outside of your ecosystem. We can say that, well, cybersecurity budgets have been growing double-digit year on year, but equally, I think you will see cyber attacks have unfortunately grown faster than that, right? This begs a question: are our business leaders and technology leaders are deploying cyber budgets effectively and efficiently? And here is what we continue to advocate to organizations, right? When you are looking at cybersecurity, always, try to understand your cyber posture from adversary knowledge, how adversaries are looking at you, how your external threat landscape looks like. What is your situational awareness? What is going on in your industry? What is going on in your technological stack? What's going on in your geolocation from where you are operating from? And clearly try to get a view of your digital footprint, which can truly immensely help you to plan out your cyber posture as well as optimize your resources appropriately.
And it does strike me, we're still, we talk about, we know the perimeter's dead and we're not doing anything with the perimeter, but we're still trying to build this impenetrable wall that's going to keep everybody out. I think that situational awareness, understanding your adversary, there's a lot more needs to be done in that space, I would have thought. You're seeing, is that being picked up on in this part of the world faster than it used to be, or is it still a slow uphill movement?
I think we are still in a perimeter mindset in this part of the world, Simon. I think we have not started to look at that data has become a perimeter now. Data is center of everything. And I think it will take time, but surely we will get there. I think with cloud automation, robotics, quantum, and everything in play, surely we will get there. Absolutely.
And if we don't know what we're protecting or from whom, then it's like the blind leading the blind. So Amano-san, I'm curious then, what are your thoughts on what security leaders can do to build more effective cybersecurity strategies?
Simon, okay. So by accurately understanding the current cybersecurity risk is, as scope of protection is broadening and threats become more complex, we consider that the traditional methods are no longer effective. We must shift to risk-based approach and prioritize security initiatives to safeguard against current threats, and to do so, we need to have accurate understanding of the latest threat landscape surrounding our group, as well as our own capabilities to fight against them.
No, absolutely agree with you. That risk-based approach, Ritesh, you must have some thoughts on that. We advocate, risk-based is the way to move forward, and reduced risk per dollar spent is the ideal way forward. Any further thoughts from you, Ritesh, on how we can improve strategies?
No, it's a great point made by Amano-san there, right? Applying risk-based approach and understanding your latest threats. I'll add a couple of points there. I think what we continue to actually advocate in the market, that there is a change which is required in the way we have been looking at cybersecurity. Traditionally, if you look at it, pretty much cybersecurity has been looked upon as an event-based approach. Something happens, there is an alert, there is an incident, everybody gets fired up, and we respond to it. I think there is a need for us to start to apply intelligence, threat-based approach to really make our security operations center and the way we have been looking at cybersecurity a little bit more proactive in nature. Number two, again, as I said earlier, we need to start to look at how do we apply adversary knowledge? How do we apply, external threat landscape? How do we apply situational awareness? How do we go about actually, applying our digital footprint into the way we are actually preparing ourselves, right? Effective and efficient way of managing your cyber posture doesn't always mean that you have to buy more tools and punch them into the environment. That doesn't work, actually. Automation is great, no problem at all. And we are a big advocate of automation, but combining technology and people in the right way is equally important. And Simon, we have seen multiple cases of these where we have gone about automating security operations center. We have gone about automating our processes and our strategy. But quite honestly, there is a clear gap which has been created because of that, is there is no marry up between technology and the people, right? The other thing which we continue to see, keep your cybersecurity strategy agile. Very, very important. I keep seeing 5-year cybersecurity roadmap. My God, quite honestly, we know this for a fact that while cybersecurity is evolving so fast that things do change in a day, in a week, in a month. And the controls which we are planning as part of our 5-year strategy might not be even if relevant in few years. And quite honestly, we need to now start thinking about data being our boundary. And how do we start to incorporate those and make our strategy agile in such a way by which we are able to go back and relook at a strategy in more frequent manner than the way we have been looking at it.
No, that's great points from both of you there. I mean, I think the IDC viewpoint is that a strong foundation of IT security is built on a strong foundation of risk management. And that includes financial risk, brand risk, and cyber risk. That means you've got to have a good understanding of the external environment and your own environment and your capabilities. And it's also, I love the fact, Ritesh, you said it's dynamic today. You know, cybersecurity of 5 years ago was very, very different from it is today. And as you say, whilst we're still trying to build perimeters, we've got to understand that with the impact of cloud, we need to understand about data, users, identities, and applications. These are all the control points we're concerning ourselves. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for this episode. And please join us for the next episode, where we're going to discuss cybersecurity through the lens of digital transformation and the importance of trust.